Good afternoon, Serdang. I'm Amanda, and there's also Keja and Michelle. We will present about elements that we found of personal narratives in Brian Davern's story. So the first elements of personal narrative in Brian Davern's story is use strong introduction, which there is a structure which contains beginning, middle, and an end. For example, we found it from the second paragraph of A Day in the Life of a Hotel Manager, which the first sentence, it was a beginning that said to be a hotel manager, you have to be a multitasker. And the second and the third sentence is the middle that actually kind of explain more about the first sentence that said that you need to go in finance, marketing, IT, and etc. And the last sentence that say you need to be very focused to succeed in this big business. It represent an end or a closing sentence. And we also found the strong introduction from the page 2 in the last paragraph. That's that you definitely have to like working with people. It represents the beginning, and you have to have a good communication skill, multitasker, need to strong environment skill. It represent the middle, and the last sentence represent an end or a closing sentence.
On the second part, focus on significant events. The writer uses visualization, which includes feelings, thoughts, and impressions. Example, on third paragraph of A Day in the Life of a Hotel Manager. On the right words, it was an intimidating starting work in a luxury environment, but it's a great place to learn. On page 2, the significant events are his work on Castle Martyr in Cork to get an experience, these hotels in the UK from 8 months, then work as GM in Delphi Adventure Resort, on Connemara and Hustle in Dublin, and being a GM position at the end. This is a hotel in UK, Delphi Adventure Resort, and Castle Martyr, Cork.
For the third personal narrative that we found is involve important characters. It means that there is a characters involved, and also there is a description about the characters and also action of the character. For the example, we found it from the fourth paragraph of A Day in the Life of a Hotel Manager that said there is Michael and Donnac, which is the Brian's brother, and it a little bit also there's a little bit also explanation about the character that said both Michael and Donna studied hotel management at Shannon College, and the last part it represents the action of Michael and Donna, which they still use what they learned in Shannon.
And for personal narrative, interesting details that appeal to sense, reflect on what he or she was thinking or feeling during that event. And usually the writer will create scenes from their experience so people can easily visualize the scene. For example, you go across before you go up. All the way through my career, I've tried to get as much experience as possible before taking the next step on the ladder. I spent my first placement in Brussels, and I went to the Four Seasons hotels in the last for a training management placement. It was unbelievable experience and so exciting to travel at a young age. The highlight was definitely meeting Nelson Mandela. I will always remember that. Element of personal narrative in Brian's story. On the third paragraph, when I came back from the UK, I did a master in business strategy and innovation in